As some of you guys already know if you've been following me on Twitter and seen my post there, I'm training for my first ever marathon, which has been a wide array of ups and downs and emotions. But when I look at my workout routine now and I compare it to the way and the amount that I used to work out in college, I realize that I don't think I would have had time to do this in college because it just sucks up so much of your time. And I know how that is to be a busy student, and at the end of a long day, fitting in an hour or 2 hour workout is either logistically just impossible, or else after a long hard day, it's the last thing that you want to do. So today I wanted to go over just some easy resolutions that you can make for yourself this school year so that you can still stay healthy, but that it's not going to be too much of a challenge on your schedule. So one of those things is just try working out about 3 days per week. And the reason 3 days is a good choice is because it's an amount that will still have health benefits for you, but it's not really asking too much of your schedule. Now you can even devote 2 of those days to Saturday and Sunday. You probably don't have classes on the weekend, so I think it's pretty realistic to think that you'd be able to fit, maybe an hour or so workout in on each of those days. And then just 1 day during the week. You can hopefully fit in a workout on one of the days, Monday through Friday. Another really good idea is start going to a group fitness class. And this is so great, particularly for college students, because they're free on most university campuses. And by free, I just mean that they're already being paid for regardless by your student fees. But that means that you have all sorts of classes at your fingertips, whether you like to do spin or yoga or kickboxing, or they even have some really good ab classes or like fun dance and hip hop workout classes and stuff like that. But the other great thing about workout classes is they give you a specific time that you have to be at the gym, so it's much more difficult to talk yourself out of going. So you're much more likely to actually get in your workout. And while you might not have the time to train for a really intense race like a marathon, which I know I would not have had time to train for, or a triathlon or something like that, you probably do have time to train for a short road race like a 5K. Now, for those of you who just run casually, I think keeping up that running and training for a 5K will be relatively simple. For those of you who have really not done a lot of running before, trust me, I know that 3.1 miles can sound like a really, really long way. And the way that I know that is I started running cross country in high school, and when I first started running, I could literally run from here to the end of my block. And then I would just be so tired, so out of breath. And so I was like, practice hadn't even started yet with the team, but I was too embarrassed to run with the team. So I was like practicing for practice, like not even practicing for the meet, like practicing for practice to then practice for the races. Because like I said, I was too embarrassed to run in front of anybody because I was so bad at it. But then a couple months later, I ended up running my first 5K, which I did in like 28 minutes. So not a great time, but not the worst time. And then, by the end of high school, I was running a 5K in around 21 minutes. So I definitely improved a huge amount. And I think you would be surprised at how much your body can really do once you get sort of a consistent workout routine going. So I think a 5K is definitely within your range of capabilities. And not only that, but it can actually be fun and take some of the work out of working out, because with 5Ks, there's all sorts of things, like there's color runs, and there are like mud runs and obstacle course runs that can really make it more fun than just running in and of itself. And then you can also train with your friends, and so it really just makes it a little bit more of an enjoyable experience. Another common thing is like taking the stairs instead of the elevator. Studies have actually recently shown that just quick bursts of working out can do just as much for you as a longer, more moderate workout. And then also join an intramural sports team. This is something that I talked about in my college transitions series. And the reason it's so great is because in addition to getting a workout, getting a study break, relieving some stress, getting your endorphins going, it can also be a social activity, and you can start to meet people and make new friends that way. So that can be a really good way of working out and then kind of fitting in some social time too. And then these next few things have to do a little less with working out and more with kind of your overall lifestyle habits, like your eating and sleeping choices and stuff like that, which are actually just as important as working out can be in terms of your health and physical fitness. So Especially one of the really worst things for your health can be eating out, because if you're eating out, especially like I know I was in college, it's probably fast food, which means it's probably greasy, it's probably fatty, it probably has a lot of, cheese and carbs and whatever. So it's really, really easy to gain a lot of weight that way if you're eating out all the time. So try to cook for yourself at least 5 times per week. And if you can't commit to 5 days per week yet, just start out with 5 meals per week. And not only will you be healthier, but you'll also save a lot of money by doing that as well. Now, also make sure that you watch what you're eating late at night and watch what and how much you're drinking. Now, of course, for college students, this is a big thing because it has to do with alcohol. The whole reason that the term beer belly gets coined is because of drinking, and that's for 2 reasons behind drinking. One is the actual calories involved with the drinking, and the other is that you get kind of like the drunken munchies and then you start eating whatever you want because you're not making good decisions anymore. So, I think it's about 100 calories for the alcohol itself for each drink, but then it's the things surrounding the alcohol that can really add on the calories and the carbs. Like beer can add on a lot. And then also all the mixers that you would be adding because they're so sugary and sometimes have a high caloric content. So those mix-ins that you're adding to like vodka or tequila or whatever, those can also be really unhealthy too. And then aside from just the alcohol, if you're a big soda drinker, that's something it would be really smart to try to cut back on too, because just choosing water or even just tea instead of soda can have some huge benefits for your health. And then one last thing to talk about is your sleep. Now, for one thing, it's important to sleep a lot or enough, not too much. It's important to sleep enough for one thing so that it kind of keeps your metabolism at the right pace and keeps your metabolism in check. But then it's also important to sleep enough just for the pure fact that you'll have enough energy to work out the next day. And I know that was a big problem for me, like when I worked the overnight shift at Current. On a good day, I was getting like 5 hours of sleep, so I just didn't have the energy to work out the next day because I was just too tired. So make sure you're getting at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night, and that's really a good healthy amount of sleep to get. So feel free to leave your comments, suggestions, tips, whatever you have in the comment section down below. You can also tweet me at Lisa_Ferg. Check out my new website, lisaferguson.tv, and make sure you subscribe to TYTU.